if cell is the kingdom, then nucleus is the king. It is the nucleus which controls and coordinates all activities. And just as cell has a membrane which gives it shape and protects it, the cell membrane, similarly in the case of eukaryotic cells, the nucleus is also bound by a membrane which is called nuclear membrane. And this also, just like cell, is made up of fat and proteins. And just like cell membrane, this is also semi-permeable, which means it can allow some material to pass through it. Permeate means passing through. So now what is inside the nucleus? The nucleus is also filled with a fluid. Just as cell is filled with cytoplasm, nucleus is filled with nucleoplasm, which is also called karyolymph. You see, wherever you find the word karyo, it is always concerned with nucleus. Now, in addition to this, inside the nucleus there is also a rounded body which is called nucleolus. There can be one or two nucleolus. Now, is that all? The real thing is that there are thread-like structures. If this is the nucleus and this is the nuclear membrane, we find there is a jumbled mass of threads, long coiled threads, just like your noodles, right? This is called chromatin material. When a cell is dividing, then it loses water, and this chromatin material can be then seen as individual threads, which are called chromosomes. The chromosomes have genetic information. What is that? Information which is passed on from one generation to the other, which is called inheritance. And the unit of inheritance is a gene. Which is made up of DNA, that is deoxyribose nucleic acid. Now, in the cytoplasm, we find there are some structures which are subcellular. These are called cell organelles, like I had told you. Now, in addition to these cell organelles, in a cell, say if this is a Spirogyra cell, we find there is a large blank space. This is called vacuole. This is also filled with a sap. In the case of plants, they are large sized and they can be many, but in the case of animal cells, they are few and small. So, this is about vacuoles. Then in the case of cell organelles, if you see the leaves or the cells of the leaves or the young stem, you will find in addition to this there are double walled structures which are called plastids. If you see the leaf of Tradescantia, you will be able to see the plastids. There are different plastids, some are colorless, some are red colored. The important plastid which at your stage you need to understand is chloroplast. You must have heard about chlorophyll, the green pigment found in the leaves. So, it is the chloroplast which helps in photosynthesis, and it is found only in the plants. But there is another cell organelle which is found in both plants as well as animals, and that is mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of cell. It is here that the energy is released and stored. And mitochondria is found in all cells, that is whether it is plant or animal. When you go to higher classes, you will study that there are more cell organelles like ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, then there is lysosomes, then there are oxysomes and so on. So, for this level you only understand what is a vacuole, what are plastids and what is a mitochondria. Plastids and mitochondria are unique because they are the only organelles which have their own DNA.